I've been learning a lot working with these children because of how they're receptive to information. Like, they're so smart, dude. Probably because their parents don't let them on the screen all the time, you know? So they're not rotting their fucking brains. I mean, here's the thing, if the parents are doing that to themselves, they're not gonna give a fuck what happens to their kids as a result of that. And then it's just gonna be widely accepted to have brain rot, you know? I mean, that's why it's a term. It's a term because it's their way of coping with the fact that the world doesn't have an attention span. People don't mind that nobody remembers anything. Yeah, that's why they don't remember when they took that what is that thing? What is that thing that they were told to take? And then after they took it, they had all these physical problems. Like, what was that? What's that disease that like attacks your body? It starts with a C. There's a whole cancer. Yeah, that cancer. Yeah, the fact that people don't pay attention to the timing of like when they did certain things, and then when other things happened that weren't so good. It's like that. It's just embarrassing to live in this country, man. It's embarrassing. And people just expect you to be normal. They expect you to be like everybody else. But you know, I went out to lunch yesterday with this girl I go to church with, and she was like really upset because she has a real bad social media dependency, like most women do, and most people do, really. But we were talking to the waitress about it, and the waitress has 2 kids, and both she and her husband are real conscious of like how bad that stuff is. And you know, I was like, mention the flip phone, Amy, because like, yeah, most people don't care. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want proof that it's possible to live a much better life. But what the fuck are you doing, motherfucker? I'm parking right here. Do you not see me parking? I'm parking. Go, bitch. See, I can't imagine like having a family and like talking like this. I mean, I guess maybe I clean up my language around the youngins. I do. I don't talk like this around them. Only because I don't want their parents to give me the evil eye, you know. But no, I don't swear around kids. That's fucked up. But yeah, I talk about the flip phone to people that I think would be receptive to it. So, you know, she was really inspired by the fact that I still have a flip phone, and she was like, man, I want to do that, but I just have this camera on my phone. And she was saying that she was thinking about having a family smartphone where like it just belongs to the whole family and they just use it for whatever they need it for, but nothing else. And I was like, you see, that's innovative. And I feel like that's the solution to the technology problem, is you just got to use it innovatively. And they're not going to expect people to do that. I mean, most people won't. Let's be real. But yeah, like, I don't remember who said this. It was some like big tech person. He said that like his whole family, like they keep their phones in the hallway or something. Like anytime that they need to use their phone, like they have to go out in the hallway. Because like they're trying to, you know, make sure that like their kids don't get addicted to it. And yeah, like you just gotta be disciplined, man. But yeah, most people don't have that discipline. They really don't. And they don't want it. They don't see the value of discipline. It's the same thing with all these fat people, man. It's possible to lose weight, dude. It's possible to lose weight. It's possible to like eat better. It's possible to fast. It's really possible to fast, I promise. Like not eating is way easier than trying to eat right. So I just think that like a lot of people, they look around and they look at how many people there are addicted to their phones, and they look at how many fat people surround them, and they just go, I don't need to do anything. There's no point. And that's why it's so important to like be the best person that you can be. Because if you're not the best version of yourself, then everybody else is gonna rest on their laurels too, because, you know, you're the example, right? You gotta look at yourself like you're always an example. So if we're the temple of the living God, that means that like everything that we say and do is like a reflection of that. And I mean, obviously, like I'm not even close to perfect, but the reason I can rationalize swearing is because they're just words, and those words are susceptible to change, and then other words will replace them and be offensive, you know? So it's like, that's my current rationale. But yeah, it's just like crazy to me. People don't see how much their actions can like impact other people. I mean, just doing the simplest thing. And other people might see it and be inspired by it. You know, most people won't, because most people don't care, most people aren't conscious, they don't want to be conscious. But then there's that one person that doesn't want to be conscious, and they'll notice it, and they'll be like, oh, wow, I should do that. And you might not inspire people to, you know, live in your exact fashion, but you can at least inspire some sort of growth and personal change. And that's the whole point of it. And I do believe that that's why God used Paul, because Paul persecuted the church. Because he was a zealot for Judaism, and he had people killed. And he was blinded. He was blind for 3 days. So, you never know. Like how a person can be used. So that's another thing that I'm trying to get myself out of the habit of just like talking shit about certain types of people, because, you know, they could be used for an entirely different purpose than like what I'm thinking. You know? It's very possible. With God, all things are possible, right? So who am I to make the declaration like, oh, this person's not good or whatever? Just trying to be more mindful of that. Obviously not always going to succeed. Look what I did today. The kids were putting stickers all over their little prayer books, and I was like, do you have to be a child in order to get stickers? Because I don't believe that. And they're like, you can have some too, Amy. So that's exactly what I fucking did. I'm really glad that I'm volunteering in this way, because it's like, goodbye, Thelonious. It's keeping me in a more positive mindset. It's giving me hope about the future. I don't have much of that. But yeah, just being around little creatures that aren't tainted by the world just yet, you know, that's very inspiring, and we need to hold on to that as much as we can.